I'm Diana.
And I'm Brian.
And that's Sirius Brown. It's time for adventure. Ready, Sierra? Today's adventure is going to take us down one of Kansas's 12 byways. Kansas has 9 scenic byways and 3 historic byways. Today we're traveling down the Prairie Trails Scenic Byway. Let's see what we can find. We're starting today in Canton, Kansas, the starting point of the Prairie Trail Kansas Scenic Byway. Kansas has 12 scenic byways. Today we're traveling on the Prairie Trail. Canton has this hot and cold water tower. But apparently in 1956, Claudia Fisher thought that it would be a good idea to mark each of these water towers, the side by side, one hot and one cold, to make it a tourist attraction. And apparently she was right, because it is one of the biggest tourist attractions in Canton. Our next stop is Maxwell Wildlife Refuge. If you're looking for an opportunity to view the Kansas prairie, this is a great place to go. We'll hopefully see bison and flowers and elk. It's on a 2,800-acre wildlife refuge, and public access includes occasional tram tours and horseback rides. We weren't able to do that today because they weren't having any, but we do plan to come back at some point. This is McPherson State Fishing Lake, and it's located on the west border of the refuge. You can fish, and there's primitive camping if you would like to do that. It is an absolutely beautiful day in Kansas today. It is a little windy, as you can probably hear, but it is sunny, it's warm. We saw bison and birds. Not sure if you can see right there, but there is a little bird sticking out. I'm not sure if it's a purple marlin or
I think they're blue marlins.
blue marlins, but they have these little birdhouses all along the fence.
They even have addresses on them.
This is number 16. Apparently these little marlins eat mosquitoes.
Yep.
So they eat mosquitoes, and the Amish like to have them around their property.
They usually have big houses for them.
They have big houses for them to help
Control their mosquitoes.
That's just a little tidbit for the day. For those of you that thought that Kansas was just flat plains, take a look at these hills. And yes, there are a lot of cattle. Very pretty though. This is the way up to Coronado Heights Park near Lindsborg, Kansas, where it is believed that the Spanish explorer Francisco Vasquez de Coronado visited what is now the Kansas wilderness, and he visited in the 1540s during his hunt for the fabled 7 cities of gold. And this is said to be the spot where he stopped and turned around and went back to Mexico because he didn't find anything. And because he did not want to admit defeat, he returned to Mexico with claims that he had found one of the legendary cities, but far from the wild tales that had come before, he reported that all he found there were common native huts. While this may look like the remains of an old fortification, the little stone castle atop the hill at Coronado Heights Park was built under a Works Progress Administration project in the 1930s marking the spot where Coronado is said to have gazed over the flatlands. So back in 2020, when the world was shut down, we would often get in the car and take a day drive. And this was one of the drives that we had taken. Last time we were up here, it was Easter, I believe, in 2020, and it was very cold and very windy. And so when we were up here, there was actually a fire in this fireplace, which was pretty cool to see. So all of this is the Coronado Heights picnic area, which all of this was built of Dakota sandstone and completed in 1936. So they built these picnic areas. There's several of them around the castle, and they have picnic tables and a fire pit, places where you can go and make your dinner and eat. Beautiful scenery. Heading into Lindsborg, Kansas now, also known as Little Sweden. We're in the middle of Lindsborg, Kansas, known for its Swedish heritage, and these Dallahow horses all over the city. I don't know if you can see, but this is lined with these Dalla horses. Yankee Doodle Dalla. Good night, Dalla. That one is Old Gray Dalla Manor. This is the Salvador Dalla. And here's Smoky Valley Public Schools. District office, I'm assuming. Lindsborg, Kansas. Home of the Dallas. There's a Christmas one. Cute. This is the back room where they paint the Dallas. The gal working said they also do wiener dogs and cats. There's some fish. Up at the front they have a moose and some pigs. I guess you can come during the week and watch the painter paint. That'd be pretty cool. That's where they make them back there. This is Heritage Square. Apparently they're also closed today. I guess we'll have to come back on a Saturday. We'll bring the grandkids. But this is a pretty cool place. buildings, some heritage about Lindsborg. So we'll come back. Marquette, Kansas, with a population of 599. We're going to visit the Kansas Motorcycle Museum here. Let's go. Oh. These are the original electronic bicycles, I guess. They have engines, excuse me, not motors. They have engines.
Electric is motor.
Oh, sorry. Electric is motor. Gas is engine, apparently. Learn something new every day. Ooh, check that one out. Well, that one's cool. Heading into Mushroom State Park. Here we go. Mushroom Rock is Kansas's smallest state park, as well as being one of the 8 wonders of Kansas geography. The rock was used to serve as a meeting place for pioneers and Native Americans. There are 2 mushroom rocks and a giant shoe rock, as well as numerous other rock formations. The park is 5 acres and is said to be the remains of beach sands and sediments. The time period for this being created is from about 144 to 66 million years ago. The rocks are sandstone and sedimentary rock and is held together by natural cement. The largest rock measures 27 feet in diameter. Well, that brings us to the end of our adventure today. Thanks for coming along. Until next time.